News broke yesterday that Oklahoma and Texas will officially be joining the SEC in 2024 and not 2025, so a whole year early after both schools agreed to pay the exit fee of $100 million. Now, if you watch the show, we've talked about this possibility actually being the most likely outcome. And the reasons? Because nobody wants a lame duck representing them, whether it's a president or a college. Financially, the Big 12 Conference got the money they needed, and it's a bad look to allow teams that don't want to fly the conference banner to remain in the conference. Now, on July 1st, the Big 12 will welcome its new members in Cincinnati, BYU, UCF, and Houston, and for the time being, will be a 14-team league. So basically, we have a situation where while the divorce is being finalized, each party stays in the house for now. But now two new significant others are going to move in, which we all know works out well 100% of the time and is only legal in the state of Utah. But guys, look, this isn't a shocker. We saw this with Texas A&M and Missouri coming to the SEC. It's about TV rights, and now we look at kind of the way Fox had Texas a little bit or had the Big 12. It's kind of a breakaway there, but not surprising. And this works out perfectly for my Arch Manning, starting quarterback the first year Texas in the SEC. It's perfect, right? The Matrix. You got Quinn Ewers one more year. He'll have a good year under Sark on them, even though they lost Bijan. He'll get drafted and he'll be gone. And then Arch Manning, who will have come in and been able to redshirt a year, which Peyton and Eli and Archie and Cooper and all those guys are going to think it's a great idea, which typically redshirting is. And you will have Arch Manning being the starting quarterback for Texas year one as they enter the SEC. And that narrative will be huge and blown up and wild. But I'm telling you right now, something is telling me that Oklahoma is going to have more success early than Texas in the SEC. But I don't think either. Let me say this again. I don't think either is going to make the SEC championship within the first 3 years. And I'm not saying you're going to win the East or the West, because I think we're about to be done with divisions. I think when Texas and Oklahoma, and the great irony of it, when they come into the league, the division by divisions will be done.
It has to be, right?
Has to be.
That's what I was going to ask you, which team would have more success
Every other
early.
conference is going that way.
Yeah, no, I think it makes the most sense. So essentially, you'd have the top two teams in the conference play for the championship. You'd still have the conference.
Yeah, it'd be like basketball
game
in the SEC.
Exactly. Makes sense. Look, it's exciting. It's going to take me a while, though. I still think of Texas and Oklahoma as Big 12 schools. It's going to take a while to realize, hey, these are SEC schools now. It's exciting for the conference. And look, these are blue blood college football programs. Any way you cut it. And you're talking about they won't make a college or a conference championship game early. You know, it's for Texas especially, they haven't even been able to get over the hump in the Big 12 recently. Yeah. So I still think Steve Sarkisian is the guy there. I don't want to act like these other coaches they had couldn't coach ball, though. You know,
as long as nobody touches him in the tunnel.
Yeah, don't touch him in the tunnel. I'm interested to see like what, you know, we're talking about Arch Manning. I mean, we still haven't seen the ceiling for one of the highest rated recruits in the history of college football, which is Quinn Ewers. So I'm interested to see, can Texas and Oklahoma sort of dominate the Big 12 this upcoming season to sort of set that momentum into the SEC? Keep in mind, they haven't played in the conference championship game the last 2 years.
All right, guys, as you know, the show is brought to you by our good friends over at DraftKings. We do bets every day. We have our DraftKings bet of the day, and it is Super Bowl Sunday coming up, all right? So if you're a new customer, all right, let's say you haven't even downloaded a Sportsbook app. Well, man, did you listen to the right show? You need to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, because new customers, when they use our promo code CRANE, that's C-R-A-I-N, and they bet $5 on the Super Bowl in any shape, form, or fashion, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Congrats, you're rich. But only with promo code CRANE, C-R-A-I-N, not spelled like the bird, and that's only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Guys, we've talked about some props, you know, parlays we like, same game parlays that we like in the game. I really like the walk-off field goal at plus 700.
I thought it was even higher.
I think, no, it's plus 1,100. I'm sorry, I got the exact score at plus 700.
But if they kick the go-ahead field goal and there's 1 second on the clock and they go kick off, that bet doesn't hit, right?
I don't know why we have to put things like that out in the universe.
Look, it's important.
I'm going to win $1 million Sunday live betting.
Good. Well, I'm excited.
$1 million?
I've decided.
That.
Yeah. Is there anything negative you want to say about that, David?
No, I just wonder how we're spending it next week.
Well, how do you think?
I'm scared about that.
You putting it all on the line?
Oh, look. Keep it steady.
Steady. Got to keep it steady. You can keep it steady by using the promo code CRANE at DraftKings Sportsbook. And people will say, oh, whenever I say that I don't think Texas and Oklahoma are going to play in the conference championship game in the first 3 years, they say, but look at Missouri. Look at Missouri. Okay, well, we can look at Missouri, made the conference championship twice. The league is a lot different now than it was when Missouri came in the league. But in that same note, if you're going to use Missouri, then let me point at Texas A&M, who's never even won the division in the West. So it depends on the team. It depends on the circumstance. Texas, huge brand. Oklahoma, huge brand. Blaine,
What?
that's one. God. All right.
Boom! Already.
I told you, it's like
so
a
funny. You hype yourself.
it's a
Cone,
same
just
game
hype
parlay.
I'm done talking to him. Go ahead.
I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
Jake
Go ahead.
reads the script.
No, go ahead.
I give him the script before
Go ahead.
every day, just like they do in the NFL
You talk-
preseason.
It's
You
like
talk
one
to
of
him.
those
It's on
same
the
game
same time
parlays.
segment,
You have
baby.
the under,
I'm
and
done.
you just
same
know.
time segment.
You start to
I
know
didn't even
early.
say anything
done.
to you.
I'm done.
I
I'm
didn't
done.
even say anything.
Cone, ask him
What were
questions.
you asking me?
No. Hell no.
No.
Cone,
No.
ask him questions.
can't run
Start
away
to
from
know
it.
early in the game that, man, this over is going to hit. Your
Dude,
heart's
yeah.
breaking.
Yep.
and-
You can't run away from it, Jake. Ask me the question.
No, don't. You're
No.
not going to coax me.
Ask me the question.
You're not going to.
We're not doing this the whole show. Just ask
Are
me
you
the
taking Texas or Oklahoma early,
question.
or
Do
neither?
I have to choose or neither? I'd
Or
say
neither.
neither.
What do you
So
mean? One of them has to do better than the other.
Oh, okay. Well, he said neither, so
Well, let's talk about
I
winning
just saw my options.
Conference
Conference championship, I would take Texas before Oklahoma. I think Texas can play, just show up more on defense. And I know it's going to take Brett some time, but he's got to get the players in there. But I think Texas has had the athletes right now. I mean, you look at the Texas team. One, you're going to have the best running back in the draft in Bijan. I know he's gone, but your backup was at the Senior Bowl, and you're just rolling guys in, and you just signed Arch Manning. So that's obviously going to have another amount of recruits just come to your team. So I think they'll compete better early. But I think both of them will have more success than what we think. You know, I think they'll be maybe middle of the pack or a little bit better. Coming in, because right now you look at it, the only thing that'll probably stop them from definitely winning the East is Georgia. You're not doing it.
Well, will there be an East?
Okay, if there's still divisions, then no. But I don't see the top tier teams right now in the SEC, the Bamas, the Georgias, the LSUs. I mean, who would you really?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I mean, we'll figure out about A&M. Apparently, they're supposed to win the national championship next year, like they're supposed to every year.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. But I think Texas and Oklahoma are gonna do fine.
I think so too. I think they're going to do well. But we're not talking about doing well. We're talking about getting to the top.
Yeah.
The reason I kind of agree with Jake that they won't get to the top right away is because them being blue blood college football programs, their recruiting is not going to be buoyed by joining the SEC in a way that you could say Cincinnati or Central
Missouri
Florida
when they
or Houston
join.
are joining the Big 12, or just like you said, Missouri coming to the SEC was like, hey, we're a serious college football program now. We are going to get better recruits because we're in the SEC.
A&M did it solely so they could, for that reason.
There
be
you
able
go.
to get big.
Whereas Texas and Oklahoma, yeah, I mean, will they get a couple more big-time recruits than they would have because they're in the SEC? Probably, but great football players were still going to those schools because they're great brands.
Yeah. Hey, YouTube, do us a favor. We know you love the show. Make sure you're subscribed and get one more person to subscribe and then get them to get a person to subscribe. Like, turn that notification bell on because we're bringing the content. Again, it's every day in here. We're up grinding every day. We'd appreciate it. Thank you, guys.